Minnesota Fighting Vikings offensive coordinator Gary Kubiak addressed the media jackals on Wednesday and specifically was talking about the offensive line. Now, for Vikings fans, there's going to be some good news, some whatever news, as well as some news, but it is all pretty expected except for the Ezra Cleveland bit. So, talking about Riley Reiff, third-year Minnesota Viking, team captain, left tackle for the last 2 seasons. Now, there have been some speculation. Maybe Riley Reiff kicks inside. Maybe Ezra Cleveland is that left tackle. But as we've talked about with this weird offseason, no rookie camp, no OTAs, very limited chance for a guy like Ezra Cleveland, second-round pick, to really establish himself, really make a big impression, even though it's basically going to be like a 5-week training camp. But again, no preseason games. But when asked if Riley Reiff could potentially move into guard, Gary Kubiak said this, quote, "No. I think Riley played really well for us last year. Okay, I think we could do some things offensively, me as a play caller, to help our players and even help Riley more from that standpoint. I'm a big Riley Reiff fan. I love him as a person, a player, and a leader on our team. Nobody comes here more ready to work than Riley, and it showed. Expecting Riley to have a great year," end quote. Now, he talked about, he took ownership about some of the play calling, and occasionally maybe Riley Reiff was left on an island too often. And as we pointed out, half of Riley Reiff's sacks last year and half of his pressures allowed were only in 4 games. You know, the Bears game, Packers week 16, as well as the divisional round against the Niners. Not great, right? So basically Riley Reiff and the offensive line single-handedly lost that week 16 game at home against the Packers, and then the divisional round, Joey Bosa's brother Nick just had his way with Riley Reiff. It was not good all the way around, but it is really cool to see, and I think it speaks to Gary Kubiak's wisdom. That he's like, part of that's on me. So getting some help running multi-tight end formations, getting a chip, having CJ Ham in the backfield, having him leak over there and give Riley Reiff some help, as well as manufacturing time, moving the pocket, getting Kirk Cousins on the perimeter more in boot action, both to the left and to the right. Kirk Cousins has shown that he's rather adept off of play action. So, I mean, there are things that Gary Kubiak could do to help Riley Reiff out, as well as Riley Reiff could just straight up play better as well. But also, a nugget that Kubiak dropped is that Ezra Cleveland, second-round pick coming out of Boise State, has been working some at right guard during walkthroughs. Now, everyone and their mom, myself included, just penciled in Drew Samia as who was the 4th-round pick out of Oklahoma last year, 2019, as the successor to Josh Klein, if not Josh Klein coming back altogether. But Kubiak dropped a coup bomb that Ezra Cleveland working at right guard. So I was like, okay. So there was concern about Ezra Cleveland having the anchor to play inside, as well as traditionally right guard is, you do have to be a little bit more of a bulldozer than the left guard. Left guard much more about mobility, as that is typically the guard that does pull more. So right guard is more about brute strength. But man, I mean, if it could work out, that'd be cool to see, where you'd have Brian O'Neill, who also is taking on a bit of a mentorship role of Ezra Cleveland, since they were in the same boat. It's like, hey, you know that uber athletic guy who could probably be a tight end? He's going to come and play offensive line? Yeah, that guy? Yeah, we'll give him some advice, since Brian O'Neill carved a path for Ezra already. But having Brian O'Neill at right tackle, having Ezra Cleveland at right guard, man, if they can get that together, that's the super athletic side of the line, and that's a lot of fun, frankly. And also, I kind of cursed myself. I didn't necessarily think about that. Maybe we just had too much tunnel vision of penciling in Drew Samia at that right guard spot. It's a possibility, but, I mean, hell, if it gets Ezra on the field, I'm all for it, just like I've said this entire time. I'll play Ezra at guard, whatever. Also, so the sort of part. Gary Kubiak did mention that he does have 4 starters back. So that would be Riley Reiff, Garrett Bradbury, Brian O'Neill, Pat Elflein, because Josh Klein is gone. All right, so it does. Gary Kubiak does plan to start Pat Elflein at left guard for now, which is something that we've hypothesized throughout this offseason. Because as time went along, as OTAs and mini camps were canceled, as no preseason games, there was going to be fewer and fewer opportunities for someone to unseat Pat Elflein, who comes in as the incumbent. And frankly, I mean, the same thing that Kubiak said for Riley Reiff, I'm sure there's a number of things that could help out Pat Elflein as well. Because Elflein, he didn't play great, but he didn't play like ass last year. Plus, he is a 3-year starter in this league. Under the new CBA, players are allowed to get better So maybe Pat Elflein is taking that to heart. And hell, it would be such a Vikings thing that Pat Elflein comes in, has a career year. All of a sudden, he's Zach Martin. He's panning out on that first team All-American Remington Award Trophy winner pedigree from Ohio State that we were all sold on when he was the third round pick in 2017. And then all of a sudden, he just signs like a massive deal somewhere else. It's like, whatever at this point. But that's it. So Riley Reiff still at left tackle, Ezra Cleveland working at right guard, and it looks like Pat Elflein will remain. Whatever. Whatever. But your thoughts, offensive line, straight from the mouth of Coobs. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull us up in the Venmo. Plus give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.